Silent footsteps. Have you ever walked away from a relationship and wondered, do they regret it? The truth is, when you leave, the other person may experience a whirlwind of emotions, regret, anger, even heartbreak. But what really goes on in their mind? In this video, we'll dive deep into the psychology behind their reaction. You'll discover, how do they feel when you walk away? How can you tell if they regret losing you? And most importantly, who really lost more? Watch until the end to find out and learn how to turn your departure into a powerful transformation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more insightful content. Let me know if you'd like any tweaks. Have you ever been in a situation where you knew, deep down, it was time to walk away? Maybe it was a relationship that had become toxic, a friendship that consistently drained your energy, or a job that left you feeling utterly depleted. That feeling of finally deciding to leave, that moment of resolute self-preservation, is a powerful one. But what about the person you're leaving behind? What are they feeling? The truth is, the emotional response of someone you walk away from is far more complex than a single word can describe. It's a tapestry woven from the threads of your relationship, the reasons for your departure, and the unique personalities involved. This video explores the spectrum of emotions they might experience, from the searing pain of rejection to the unexpected sense of relief. Let's begin by examining the context. The nature of the relationship significantly impacts the emotional fallout. Imagine ending a romantic relationship. The intensity of emotions, heartbreak, grief, a sense of profound loss, is often overwhelming. It can trigger the stages of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, each stage potentially lasting weeks, months, or even years. The same decision in a friendship, however, might elicit different reactions. While the loss of companionship is real, the intensity might be less, unless the friendship was exceptionally close and deeply meaningful. Betrayal is often a prominent emotion in broken friendships, particularly if the reasons for the separation remain unclear. Family relationships present their own unique complexities. Walking away from a family member can have long-lasting consequences, leaving deep wounds that take considerable time to heal. The dynamics within families are intricate. Years of shared history and ingrained patterns of interaction make separation particularly challenging. Leaving a professional relationship, on the other hand, can range from simple indifference to deep resentment. Colleagues might feel abandoned, particularly if the departure impacts their workflow or leaves them feeling vulnerable. Or perhaps they understand and even respect your decision, particularly if your departure was motivated by ethical concerns or a toxic work environment. The reason for your departure is equally crucial in shaping the other person's response. A gradual, carefully considered decision allows for a more measured response, giving the other person time to anticipate and adjust. A sudden departure, however, can feel like a punch to the gut, leaving them reeling from shock and disbelief. Was the decision driven by their actions or your own needs? This is a critical distinction. If their actions necessitated your leaving, they may eventually understand, even if the initial reaction is anger or hurt. However, if the decision stems from your personal needs, they might feel rejected or abandoned, regardless of your reasons. And finally, communication plays a pivotal role. Lack of clear communication beforehand can amplify negative feelings, leaving the other person feeling confused, betrayed, and resentful. Open, honest communication, even when difficult, is essential in mitigating these negative reactions. Now let's delve into the spectrum of emotions themselves. Negative emotions often dominate the initial response. Anger is a common reaction, stemming from feelings of betrayal, hurt, and a sense of injustice. This anger can manifest in various ways, from passive-aggressive behavior to outright confrontation. It's crucial to remember that anger is often a mask for deeper, more vulnerable emotions. Hurt and rejection are frequently intertwined, leaving the person feeling inadequate, unworthy, and questioning their self-worth. The grieving process, similar to that experienced in romantic relationships, is often intense and prolonged. Confusion and betrayal often go hand in hand, leaving the individual disoriented and struggling to understand what happened and why. They may question the validity of the relationship and their place within it. Resentment, a more insidious emotion, can fester over time, particularly if the departure was perceived as unfair or unjust. It can poison future interactions and hinder the possibility of reconciliation. However, it's important to acknowledge that not all reactions are negative. In some cases, particularly in toxic relationships, the person you leave behind might experience a sense of relief. The constant stress, negativity, and emotional drain might finally lift, allowing them to breathe and begin to heal. Acceptance, while often delayed, is a potential outcome. With time and self-reflection, the individual may come to understand and even accept your decision, particularly if your reasons were valid and communicated clearly. In certain situations, they might even develop a degree of understanding and respect for your choice, particularly if your departure was motivated by self-preservation or a pursuit of personal growth. So, how can you mitigate these potentially negative reactions? Honest and respectful communication is paramount. Even if the conversation is difficult, it's essential to express your reasons clearly and compassionately. Setting boundaries beforehand can also lessen the impact, providing a framework for the separation and reducing misunderstandings. Avoid blame and accusations, focus on your own needs and experiences while acknowledging the other person's feelings. Finally, allow space and time for them to process their emotions. Give them the room to grieve, to heal, and to eventually move on. In conclusion, the emotional response to being left behind is multifaceted and deeply personal. The context of the relationship, the reasons for your departure, and the manner in which you communicate your decision all play a significant role in shaping their experience. Remember, while prioritizing your own well-being and self-respect is crucial, acknowledging the impact your decision has on others is equally important. Reflect on your own experiences with leaving relationships and consider how you can navigate these situations with greater empathy and understanding in the future. Remember, leaving is often an act of self-preservation, and while it can be painful for all involved, it can also be a necessary step towards growth and healing. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to receive more advice on love and relationships in the future. Don't forget to share this video with your friends so they can recognize these signs too.